Okay, we are beginning the project. We have to remove the bumper, and then after the bumper comes off, we'll remove the grill and get those lights on there. So let's do this. We'll have to leave a link or something for the bumper removal. It's really not that hard. We'll talk about it maybe after we do it, just so you guys can watch one video and kind of do it all. But these pods are going to be awesome. I'm very excited for them. Let's get that bumper off there. Right, the bumper and grill are off. For the grill, it's real easy. Once you get the bumper off, it's just two bolts. And then right there at the bottom, look for that bolt. And on the other side, there's another one at the bottom. That's it, guys. So once the bumper's off, we're going to come over here and attach our bracket to these two here. You just basically loosen them and put it on there, and you're good to go. As I saw on the internet while searching this install, you want to, before you put the bracket on, you want to mount the lights to the bracket before that, because I guess it's a little more difficult to tighten and work with the lights once they're on the bracket, because it's so tight up against the condenser here. So we are not going to do that. We are going to we are going to do that. We are going to put it on the lights on there before we put it on the bracket, because I don't want to make it any more annoying than it needs to be. So let's do that, and then we'll mount them up. What I love about the Rigid Industries lights is when you go to put the little nut on the back of the screw there, you can just drop that nut in there. If you hold the light upside down, you can see there's like a pocket, and then you don't have to hold that to screw in that little bolt there to mount your bracket. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. We're seeing it shape up right now, so we're going to have it like that. And then we just got to tighten everything down basically, and then run our harness. We haven't fully decided which route we're going to take. There's about 2 or 3 options to go through the firewall, and then I have this wireless setup that I've purchased too that could also be kind of neat, but I don't know. I think on this one I'm gonna just do the firewall and do like a real button instead of the wireless route. I kind of like the idea of the wireless route, but we might do that on this, because if this install goes well, then I'm going to install these same lights on our 2018 Trailhawk. So this is going here, so let's get those bolted up and then I'll show you how that goes. Okay, we got them mounted. We're gonna, before we put the grill back on, we're gonna put a level on both of them, make sure they're lined up. You could always do this where you can basically see if they're at the angle you want, as far as, you know, up and down, but you really want to put a level on there and make sure that you're straight before you mount everything, because it's kind of hard to adjust these because they are behind the grill, and that makes it a little difficult. So we're gonna do the wireless hookup. I bought it off of eBay. I heard really good things about this. We're not going to go through the firewall. We're basically going to hook this module up, and it's going to all just kind of rest right there and be self-contained. It's all waterproof stuff, and I got a neat little surprise for you guys with this. So as you can see, there's some key fobs. Turn the light on, turn the light off, but there's a twist to that. So we will get back to that once we're done hooking this up, and we'll go from there. But looking really good. I think it's going to work out just fine. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is the honeycomb on there. I don't know if it's going to block out a lot of light or how that's going to work. I might end up just cutting that, because I got a whole new grill coming anyway, and I might just cut it out on this one just to see how that looks, or how that you know, maybe that'll just make it better. I don't know yet. We'll get to that. But really easy. Around the wire right through here, right behind the little horn here, and took this piece, loosened it, went up under that bracket, under this cross member here. I took the bolt off of this, the reservoir here, and went under it, and then I'm going to run it through there. And you know, you want to make it neat. We'll zip tie all this and put some shrink wrap on there if we have to. This just lifts up. If you have the Overland edition, be careful because of the air hose. But once you get in here, it'll be self-contained with this setup. This is the switch that it comes with, but obviously we're not going to use that. So I just wanted to have that on there to test some lights and stuff. So we're not going to need it. There is another switch that I have later on. If I'm not happy with this, we're going to use that switch right there. Pretty cool. And that one will have to go through the firewall, but that'll be a project for another day. Today we're going wireless, so that should make it real easy and make it easy for you too. So let's do that and see how we do. So now for the wireless setup, I want you guys to see there is a little bit of a surprise with this that a lot of people don't know. So instead of going through the firewall, you go onto eBay, you buy this wireless setup. I'm going to buy 2 or 3 of these and just have one in the car so you have a spare in case this thing goes out for some reason. I don't know how reliable this is as far as longevity and all that. It looks really well built. It doesn't look like a piece of crap. It looks very watertight. I'm not seeing any problems like that. Quality-wise, real easy. Don't listen to the directions that they come with. There's a little piece of paper it comes with. Just look at that for everything you need. Realize that the blue wire is the antenna, this one here. So I already stripped that, so now I got to cut that off because there's no need to have that out. I'm going to take this extra ground and just cut that off. Don't need that. So it's all done. I'm going to have my buddies, like an electrician. I'm not. He's going to do the wrap on these, so it'll just be really watertight. And then pretty much you take this bundle, make it as tight as you can, and just shove it in there, and it will stay contained. It's fine right there. You got your battery terminal. Everything is self-contained. But I want you guys to see, check this out. Not even out of the wrapper yet. Ready? Done. Just like that, guys. And those are the rigids, almost 5,000 lumens a piece. We're not going to close the video out without showing you those tonight. Trust me, we're going to definitely have that as part of this video. But wireless, awesome. I love that. No firewall. Can't get any better than that. That is freaking cool. So there they are, guys. There's the 4x4 Fabworks bracket. That's part of what this review is about. And then of course the rigid LED pods. We're going to do 2 different videos, one on the whole thing and then one on just the bracket. So obviously if you've seen the whole thing, you don't really need to watch the bracket video, but I will talk a little bit more in depth about that after the fact. But very awesome setup, guys. I'm excited. Got the grill over here. Like I said, we got another grill coming that's got the heritage color on it, and it's basically that mineral gray. And but first I think I'm going to try it out, and if I don't like the way the light's coming through those honeycombs, then I'm going to just cut the honeycombs. There's no point. It doesn't function on the warranty. There's no big deal there. So, and then once I'm done, I'm going to clean this all up while I'm there. I got some spray for the condenser there that'll help clean up the fins, and that's it. Once I spray that off, I'm going to mount the bumper back on. We'll be done. So probably another half hour. So total time on this, guys, if you're a professional, you could probably do this, I'm not kidding, in less than an hour. If you're not, it's probably going to take you about 2 hours. If you're not sure, maybe a 3-hour job, but I don't think it'll take that long. I think I've only been out here maybe an hour and a half, so not too bad. Very quick install, guys. All right, let's get some stuff wrapped up. We're going to clean up some of this wire, do some zip tying, and that'll be it. Okay, we've cleaned up the wires a little bit. We got them tucked in here. Like I said, I'm going to have my friend do a wrap on these, and then we'll redo these. I think they even have like a way to contain this somehow. There's like a little box you can buy, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this all in like a plastic box and run the wires through it, and then it'll just sit in here. It's a really nice spot for all that because it's out of the way. But we zip tied all that, and it's real tight. Nothing in the way, nothing hanging. The lights are installed, and Now we just got to put the bumper and all that back on and we're good to go. Just rested the grill on there to see how we're doing as far as fitment, and as you can see, it is slightly favoring this side. I think we can move the bracket over, and I don't think that's gonna matter, but here's the problem. If we move it to the left, or to the, see how it's all the way to the right, I think fitment would be better, because it's actually touching right here. It would be better if this whole light was slid over, and I think on the bottom we can do just that. And I think we're going to do that. We're going to move it over. Looks like both of these need to be moved over to the very far side of where they're at, and I think we'll be fitting pretty dang good. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to do, is move it like outward that way. So let's do that now that I mean, obviously it's easier when you can just do that. So as you can see, it's all wet because I used this stuff here. Where is it at? You can get this at Home Depot, some coil cleaner. It's real safe for that kind of radiator type stuff. It is not corrosive. So alright, we're going to move those lights over and then check the fitment again and see how that does. Behind the lights, it looks like we're pretty good. You move one and move the other, and you can kind of see how the beams overlap. It's a real tight beam. This is going to be a projection. They don't have, this is not the spot. These are the driving dually pods. So as this goes out, it'll spread a little bit, but I can tell already, guys, this is going to put out a ton of light. And we have moved it. Let me show you what we did with the grill. Behind the grill, they're more centered now. Earlier they were more to the right a little bit. Now they're a little bit more in the middle of these. And honestly, guys, it's not really affecting it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it the way it is. It looks like it's putting out enough light to me. So I like it. You know, we'll check it out. I mean, maybe we'll just remove this area of the honeycomb. It wouldn't hurt, and I think it would look pretty cool too. So we'll, for now though, we're going to run the honeycomb and just see how that affects the lighting on the road. But I like it. It looks really nice. So we're going to bolt everything back up. We're going to put the grill back on and all of this action, and we're done. It's that easy, guys. I will go back over this, and obviously stay tuned for the night video. We'll do that tonight and show you what that looks like. It's going to be cool. Alright, stay tuned. More to come. That's all done. I just wanted you guys to see the final product. You could kind of see them tucked in behind there. There they go. And man, they are bright. They're bright. Way brighter than the brights. Than the HID brights here. So we have these, which have a video. We'll put those on. They're very bright, guys. Perfect OEM replacement LED fogs, and they are bright. So check that review out for those. Factory HIDs, and then now the Rigid Industries dually driving pods behind the grill with the 4x4 Fabworks mount. I love that bracket. It saves the day, man. So great products. So we'll check the beam pattern and the light output as soon as it gets dark. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be cool. I told you guys earlier in the video that there's a neat surprise with this system that I got. So we have the remotes, right, with this system. But check this out. If you have Homelink in your vehicle, you can program those remotes. So you can do the on and off. So check this out. So the lights are off and then on. So all you're doing is you got to program the off button here and the on button there. So as you can see in the background, the lights are going on and off. Isn't that awesome, guys? No firewall, no drilling, factory buttons, controlled from the cabin without a remote, completely reliable OEM stuff. That is amazing. Check that out. And then, so you're on, just gotta hold it. It's just like a garage door. You gotta hold it down for a second. So there it goes. So it works. So what we're gonna do next is show you how bright these things are. They're pretty bright, but we can't do it until it's dark. So let's give it a little bit. I'm gonna go barbecue some chicken, and as soon as that's done, we're gonna check it out. Intermission, we're making some barbecue chicken for the wife. She got the old school thicker sauce. I'm still doing keto, so I am doing this right here. Pretty good stuff, actually. A lot of different flavors. You gotta use a lot of it to make it work, though. So let's continue the barbecue, and then when the sun goes down, we'll test out them lights. Now for the light test. These are daytime running lights that you see. That's the only illumination that you got right there, is daytime running lights. So these are headlights. Those are low beam HID factory headlights, which are pretty bright. This is with the fog lights, which are the aftermarket X-Bright LEDs. And then let's kill all that, and then let's run the new pods. You ready, guys? Let's see what they look like. Wow. And it looks like I've got them aimed right. I don't know, maybe they're a little bit low. They might be a little low. I think I could probably go up a little bit. Yeah, I could definitely go up. Looks like not much. I wouldn't want to go too much higher, but they're definitely a little bit low. Probably angle. Yeah, I could see the beams hit where it's hitting. Let's see if I can go up a little bit, and then let's see if I can gauge the distance and how that's working out. Yeah, it looks like they're okay. They could probably go up about a smidge, and a smidge is an actual measurement. No, it's not, but you know what I'm talking about. Oh wow, you can see the smoke in the background. That orange is the fire right now. That's the tick fire up there in Santa Clarita, all that orange you see. So that's that. Let's go see, let me go do one more little test here. And you can see that's the pods right there. And then here's with the X-Bright fogs, and then with HID headlighting. And then let's turn off the pods. That's without the pods. And then with the pods, without the pods. Slight adjustment to the lights. Check this out. That's pretty dang bright, guys. That's no headlights. That's just pods right there. Wow. Look at the, I don't know, you can't even, like, this doesn't no justice, guys, because I'm looking into the camera here, and the trees that are up that way, at the top of these trees is lit up, and the road right below the car is lit up, so that's about right. It looks like that's adjusted perfectly, so I'm liking what I see. I think we're good to go. Let's do a couple more tests, and I think that's gonna be it. Beautiful. There's just a date. This is the HID headlight, no fog light, nothing. And then there's the X-Brights, and then there's just headlights again, and then here's with headlight and pods. A lot of light output, guys, plenty of light. So we'll play around with the adjustment on it. I think we're good though. I think we're about where we need to be. But I just wanted to give you guys a good overview of the light system and show you that new wireless setup with no firewall entry. I love it. That's awesome. So if you want to do this, guys, you want to do the pods and your WK2 and don't want to run through the firewall, this is a great option. Homelink and rigid fog lights, easy setup. 4x4 Fabworks bracket, awesome. Downside to using the Homelink, I've discovered, it's not a big downside, but there's a slight delay. So after you turn them on, if you turn them on and then you want to immediately turn them off or something, then you can't. I think there's some kind of default in the system that makes it like a slight delay. It's only a few seconds, but there is a delay. So there it is, guys. There's the pods without the pods. Pods without the pods. So look at those trees up in front of me there. Look at that reflectivity. Great lights, great system. So my recommendation is to take your time on the setup. The bracket is really easy to install. I would say the biggest thing is just making sure everything is even before you put the grill back on, because then you're gonna, then you're gonna have to take the whole thing back apart, and you're gonna go through some clips, and you don't want to do that. So these lights are way too bright to be running on the street. So these are gonna be for back roads when I'm out there in the wilderness, and roads that are way out there and looking for deer and stuff like that. But out in the city, don't be one of those guys that runs the light bars in the cities. That's just gonna get you a ticket or blind somebody, and that's not good. It's just not good to do to other drivers. So anyway, easy setup, wireless Homelink, grill mounted fog lights for your WK2. Amazing. If you have any questions about this or any video, as always, post up below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the videos if you like them. If you don't, tell me why you don't like it. Maybe we'll make some adjustments for you guys. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed it.